What's good, everybody? It is Sunday night, 5 p.m. It is April 26, 2026. It means it's time for Film and Box Office News, episode 184 with the Council of Comics. We're doing CROOKLYN today. So it'll be fun there.
CROOKLYN's in the house.
Yeah. Back in 30 seconds.
Okay, it's not just me that it's pausing for.
No,
Stuff?
Yeah.
it's not just you.
All right. We go.
It's the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's greatest comic book channel, the world's greatest comic book shows for the world's greatest comic book audience, trying to win the world's greatest monthly giveaway while dealing with the world's worst streaming program, the Council of Comics. As always, the loyal council, Phil, Green Shirt Guy, and C to the Bizzle.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you today?
What's up?
Doing
Good.
well. Survived the tornado. It was a tornado
Oh,
that
jeez.
landed about an hour east of me in Fort Worth, Texas. And we thought it was heading our way, but it went more southeast instead of going east.
This is why, like, people complain about snow or whatever up in our neck of the woods. I'm good. You can have your tornadoes. You can have your hurricanes down in the southeast.
Yeah, we don't
I'll
have
take
too many
some
of
snow
those
and
up
heat.
here.
It don't bother me at all.
I don't ever remember a
cool.
tornado. I think there was one couple years ago, because it hit Newburgh, and it destroyed a few things in Newburgh.
You know what's
Weird.
funny about that?
Hmm.
Y'all only mainly get snow, but just about every single disaster movie, New York is first to get hit.
Isn't that wild? Well,
They hating on the sun.
So
They hating on the
it's
sun. Even the weather hating on the sun.
Well, it's because they want to show that, destroying the Statue of Liberty or something like that. That's why.
Yeah.
It's a fairly well-known skyline. So it's easy
Like,
to do.
like New York is always getting flooded. Like,
100%.
no matter what.
But in reality, it does get flooded down there. So when they have like a big storm, the Lower East Side gets flooded. So just imagine if they have a huge
Yeah.
flood,
Like a tsunami hit.
what's gonna happen down there?
Yeah.
And they knew it was gonna happen eventually, but they just decided to keep on building and
Well,
keep
it's
on
not even,
building.
it's not even weather. I mean, like, every time aliens attack, first city, New York.
Well, it's that too, right? That's why, like, you can say the same thing about New Orleans, and I'm not trying to whatever, but like when Katrina hit, like, yeah, it was bad, but it was bad city planning before that because they didn't reinforce levees. They didn't do a lot of things ahead of time that they could have. I mean, you don't know when a storm's going to hit, but routine, and same thing in California, they didn't clear the brush away. Right? A lot of things are just, if you prepare ahead of time instead of cutting back services when you're getting money in tax money. Yeah, it's not like we talked about last week. It's not the sexy thing to do, but if you prepare ahead of time, it's usually much worse or less worse when it finally does hit.
Right.
But that would mean they're being smart. They're not smart.
You know, this is like,
People's not
it's like
smart.
Thanos is not attacking Boise. Not Boise at all. You know, like, I'm going to attack New York.
I will destroy Boise, Idaho, and they will know Jeez. They're fine potatoes. I will destroy.
He doesn't need to do that. He's a farmer.
It's true. He is a farmer.
That is true.
All right. Film and box office news, episode 184. We're finishing out my 1994 trilogy today with CROOKLYN, a Spike Lee joint. We'll talk about that a little bit later. First, we'll put up the first hashtag of the night. Phil, if you got that, put up that hashtag. Who stole my Knicks tickets?
Oh,
Who stole my Knicks tickets? That's part of the movie.
that's
know
when
it's-
the Knicks were good.
Shout out to Las Cruces, who is in the house. Thank you for being here. Huffy Castro's here. Thank you for being here. Our Thunder 2000 is here. Thank you for being here. And Amelia Contreras. Thank you for being here. Hello. What is happening? Well, it's Film and Box Office News. That's what's happening. And there's a hashtag at the bottom. Put that hashtag into the comment section and we'll spin for that duck in a little bit because our giveaway is tomorrow. Our membership, subscriber and
Just
membership
did it.
giveaway.
Crazy.
Right?
Supposed to look quick.
Time's flying by. All right, so that's the first hashtag, and let's get into that box office, shall we? Oh, sorry.
Don't you mean time has come today?
All right. That was cool. That's the Chambers Brothers. Michael, number one movie this weekend, making 97 million.
That was my
You gotta work on your DuckTales, and now you gotta work on your Michael. Oh, my
Shamon.
Oh Lord.
I want to see this movie though, but I don't know if I want to go spend $80 with my girl to go see this movie because we like to eat and all that
fiance-
as well.
Yeah, my fiance and her mother went to go see it last when it came out, and they really enjoyed it. You know, I have officially banned my fiance from playing Michael Jackson. She's been doing it for the last week, and I'm getting tired of listening to Michael Jackson all week long. And I love Michael.
Where does Michael Jackson rank on you guys' music list? Forget all the
One.
other stuff. Forget about all that. All the other, just music wise. Where does he rank?
One.
I would agree with you.
Easy one.
I would agree with you. He is an easy one. Yeah.
He's not one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's one for you, Green Sugar?
It depends on.
I get sick of
I
them.
mean, it's really hard for me to not put the Beatles there. Their catalog is so deep. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Beatles.
I give you the Beatles off of their popularity.
I mean,
They didn't have as many hits as Michael though.
you'd be wrong.
No, I'm right.
No,
an
you'd be
album-
right.
Show me
I
an
am
album that got
correct.
3 hits on. Show me an
Michael
album that got 3
Jackson
hits.
had 10 number ones off of
Right.
Thriller
I don't disagree with that. But
and
what I'm saying
Bad
is
and all
every,
that.
Every album they put out had 2 or 3 that were,
That
crazy.
that may be true, but they don't
and they
have
had
as
a
many
much
hits
longer
as Michael.
career than he did.
Michael, that's a negative. Michael was making hits since he was 5 years old.
Okay. So and what? So are you saying Michael Jackson or Michael Jackson?
I'm saying
Jackson
overall,
5?
you know,
Michael
overall.
Jackson. was
He's
the
not.
Jackson 5.
He's not Michael that we see
And we're
solo
also talking about
without the Jackson 5.
Obviously, I'm arguing for my mind.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
Yeah,
trying
of
to take away
course.
from Michael.
Yeah, of
But
course.
Yeah.
I would also say the Beatles routinely put out 2 albums a year. How many times did Michael Jackson do that?
See, in my opinion, those
See
2
what I'm
albums a
saying? So,
year,
like, it's-
they
their
weren't as good
catalog
as
is-
the Michael Jackson album.
you know they're big when Michael Jackson.
Well, I don't
bought
know
the
about
catalog.
that.
Like they're and I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, so I guess I can't make that much of an argument. I'm more biased toward Michael, but Michael's out. Like I could listen to the whole album of Michael Jackson. I couldn't
Yeah.
really listen to the whole album of the Beatles.
There's a handful of Beatles albums. Like there's some that I'm like, well, I'll skip this song, but there's a
I don't
handful.
know.
I'm like,
Sergeant
just put
Pepper
it
is
on.
probably like my favorite album like ever.
Abbey Road's a pretty great album.
Yeah, Abbey Road's another
The
one,
White
like the
Album's
White
pretty great
album.
album.
Yeah. Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah, I was gonna say Magical Mystery Tour is pretty great. Their first Help's a pretty good and great album.
Yeah.
I would say this. I've never
Pretty
seen
much
the Beatles-
everything from like Rubber Soul and Revolver on for the Beatles is kind of like great.
But remember, Michael has the biggest album of all time,
Okay.
And I also would say this.
and not by a small margin.
I have never seen the Beatles make a grown man pass out just by standing on stage.
I
Not
have.
performing.
I've seen girls pass out.
all the
I
time.
said grown
I was
man.
gonna say,
I know,
I
but
said-
still, like
Grown man, and he made people pass out. He wasn't even singing yet. He just stood there. He was ore farming, and people were passing out because of it.
let's see here.
Michael
Hoppy
knew the
says-
power of the Beatles because he bought their
Yeah.
catalog, right?
He said, "Paul,
Yeah.
Paul, how much did you think you sell your catalog for?"
And
Yeah.
he
I
I
bought
say
Elvis's
about
too.
50 million, Michael. I gave you 57.
And he bought Elvis's too at one point.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Afi Castro says Mike had Quincy Jones, another genius.
True.
That is true. Moises says, "Hi, I have to leave. I know I was the only one, but I'm not. Why you wish you luck? And I'm a big Michael Jackson. Bye."
Here's the thing.
Preach,
I'm-
Bizzle. Preach.
I'm one of the guys that usually says, and I think I've said this even on this show, that can generally separate the artist from the other stuff, like their work. For some reason, Michael Jackson, I'm having a problem with. I don't know why that is, but like,
Is that because he
still-
probably because he came a little later and he came during that time period of paparazzi?
no?
exploding?
Because for example, I can still watch the Cosby Show, and I know the people that don't now. I can still watch the Cosby Show because I can separate it. With Michael Jackson, for some reason, I have a hard time.
Can't.
I can
Now-
do
now,
it a little
like-
bit
like with
because
R.
there's a
Kelly, I
handful
don't
of
listen to
songs that
R.
I still
Kelly's
listen
music.
to,
I don't
but
listen to R. Kelly's music anymore.
Well,
But
so
Michael,
that's
I
what I'm
have
saying.
no problem listening to Michael's music.
All right. So I mean, I don't know why it is, but with Michael Jackson, I still have a problem.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's move along with the box office, shall we?
Michael number one. Number two, Super Mario Galaxy movie makes another 21,200,000. And
100% up.
no, it falls short. At
831.
It'll probably get there.
831.
Tough.
I say
Tough.
950.
It
Tough.
might get there because you got to remember the first one was out for a while. It made a ton of
Yeah,
money,
but it
was
did
out
it
for
in
a
like
while.
the month.
I think it'll do it if they keep it in the theaters throughout the summer.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I say at the most it's probably like 9.5, 9.7.
Which is funny that we're like, oh, it's not successful.
It's not a billion.
No,
No,
yeah,
it's not a
the
billion.
We were talking like I was ready to bet like if there was a $1 billion movie, I would have put my money on this.
And
Yeah, I can see that.
has anybody else seen it?
No.
No.
Oh,
I
not
saw it.
yet.
It was fun. I think I liked the first one better, but it was all right. And they certainly set it up for a third one. Shocking, but
Yeah. They can do multiple. They can probably go all the
Oh,
way
yeah.
up to like
What?
And now
Isn't the rumor that they're trying to do Smash Brothers next?
probably. I mean, here's the thing: when you open up the galaxy like that, you can do whatever you want now.
Yeah.
right. Give me a good Zelda movie first.
Oh, it's
Before you
cut.
do
Well,
Smash
whether it's good or
Give me
not,
a
I don't
good
know,
Zelda
but
movie.
they finished
Right.
filming.
Not a
They finished
Zelda
filming
movie.
Zelda,
A good
so we'll see
Right.
how that goes. But that's gonna be live action.
Okay.
So
I don't know if I need that, but okay.
yeah, I think they should have went this animated route with Zelda, but what it is. What else we got?
Number three, Project Hail Mary, hanging in there like 6
Yeah, how much is that
weeks.
at now?
It's in the top like three. Makes
650?
13,208,000, and worldwide right now it is
Oh,
up to
quite.
613.
Not
It's still
bad.
really good.
That's,
Yeah, it's
that's
not bad.
very good. I think this might have like maybe
That's really
even
good.
overperformed a little bit for what like was expected.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, like
because it did get hyped pretty.
By at least
before it
100.
came
By at
out.
least 100 million.
It's a good setup for the lead actor because his next movie is the Star Wars movie coming out next year.
Right,
The-
but why would
the
Amazon
Star-
care whether? Or
I
not?
said for the actor, not for the
Right,
studio.
Right.
Yeah.
Lee Corwin's The Mummy comes in at number 4, making $5,630,000.
The Mummy.
The drama comes in at number 5, making $2,648,000.
Yeah, the Mummy
Hoppers,
is not that fun movie with Brendan Fraser. It's more of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Hoppers, hanging in at the number 6 spot, makes another $1,900,000. You, Me, and Tuscany is number 7, making $1,500,000.
Okay.
New this week at number 8 is Over Your Dead Body, making $1,425,000.
I don't want to see that.
Over Your Dead Body. A dysfunctional married couple retreats to a secluded cabin to repair their relationship, but each secretly plots to murder the other.
Jesus.
Well, but look who's in it. So it's clearly a comedy
Yeah.
or a dark comedy at least.
Makes 1,425,000 worldwide. Mother Mary, number 9, makes 253,000. 824. That came up from like last week. It was number 22 to jump into the top 10. It showed in like 1,000.
Is that a horror movie?
I don't know.
It's 824. They usually do a lot of horror.
Long buried wounds rise to the surface when iconic pop star Mother Mary reunites with her estranged best friend and former costume designer Sam Anselm on the eve of her comeback performance. Probably
horror movie.
Yeah. Maybe like it sounds a little bit like a perfect blue setup or something.
Yeah.
Number 10, American Young Boy. I don't know what that is either, but 1,194,000. NBA Young
That's
Boy.
it's NBA Young Boy. It's one of those concert movies.
Okay. So American Young Boy, number 10, 1,194,000. And then there's like Fuse, I Swear, Desert Warrior. Fight Club 2020.
Fight Club.
So 2026 re-release, 219,000.
Scream's still in there. Huh?
Scream's still there, making 67,000.
Isn't that
Who
streaming?
asked for a re-release of?
Mm-hmm.
Who asked for re-release of Fight Club? Like,
It's probably the anniversary date.
Probably.
I was just thinking of myself.
So, and John Lilly in the Earth Coincidence Control Office is still at the bottom. It makes another $1,022.
Okay.
And that's the box office. Weekend 17. Michael comes in strong. Mario hanging in there. Project Hail Mary hanging in there.
Okay. Very, very good.
All right.
Thank you, Phil. Let's spin for that first duck, shall we?
All right.
So
And who stole my next tickets? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw.
round and round it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Where it lands, nobody on the council knows. But if it lands on your name, you'll get a ticket to tomorrow's really big show, Chong's Comics with Friends. Indeed. You are in there. And then Phil's going to put another hashtag up. Dun, 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 dun. Type in Jones.
So from C. Bizzle as promised, one ply.
Yes, indeed. Crime against
Put
humanity.
that into the
If
comments.
y'all want to know what we talked about? Check out our last show.
Yeah, right. Watch the rewatch.
Yup. One
Yeah.
fly.
Hold on, I'm just putting these names. Okay. One ply. Let me put that banner down there. It is at the bottom. If you guys need to know what the hashtag is, I just got some quick movie notes here. Maybe we can run through.
Did you watch Daredevil yet? Before we...
No, I haven't. I'm gonna watch that right after this.
I still haven't.
I watched
Is-
that episode of Rooster. I
Oh,
think
yes.
I'm still behind on like 2 episodes, but I did.
Is it where he gets the Gatorade?
Yeah.
I was crying laughing. I was
Uh,
like, of course that's his mom.
I started Invincible. I'm on episode 6. It is the most bloodiest season of Invincible. Like every episode has some, and then one of the episodes is just like, how is Mark gonna survive that? Like, I don't know. It's like it's too much. But that's been all right. I got a couple episodes on that. Finished Fallout. What'd you guys think of Fallout?
I gotta
Yeah.
watch it still.
You didn't watch
Yeah.
Fallout?
I haven't watched it yet.
Wonder if
It's in
Phil.
my-
Oh.
Let's say Phil comes back. See if he's watched Fallout.
Is there a second season? Is that?
Yeah, the second
Oh, okay.
season. Phil, have you
Yeah.
watched Fallout?
Not this, like a episode of the second season, not the rest of it. I gotta get back.
Yeah, I finished that. It's pretty good. There will be a third season. Doesn't end on
And a side note, what you said about Invincible, I think Mark will be fine. He's a Viltrumite.
I
Well-
know, but I don't know if you've watched.
You know he's
Yeah,
gonna. The
you gotta
comic
watch
went
it,
How
like,
many
It's
issues?
over the top, like
Yeah,
over.
but the comic
the
went how
top.
many issues?
Over
He's
100.
right.
So you know it's like. I don't think
Well, they
we've
said-
gotten through the
They
first
said they're gonna
50.
do 8 seasons.
Okay.
So this is season 4. I think this is. But I can't explain without spoilers. I'll wait till everybody's seen most of it to talk about it. What else here? Oh, anybody watching Maul?
Hmm?
Oh, the Darth Maul? Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
no! You know what? I
It's-
forgot it. I forgot it was in there. I watched.
This is
I watched
very,
the
very
first one,
good.
and I haven't gone back to it yet.
Sam
But the-
Witwer like is amazing as Darth Maul.
But they're
Like-
only like half-hour episodes, right?
Yeah, but they release 2 every week.
That's what I'm saying. So I should be able to catch up then. Okay.
Yeah. You know how a season usually has like 8 episodes? I think this one has like 10 or 11, something like that.
Okay.
Quick news is all Michael. You guys know about the Rambo movie? The
Yeah.
prequel?
Don't care.
No,
John Rambo. That's coming out.
is
What movie we didn't ask for?
Sylvester Stallone is playing in it, or
No, it's a prequel.
So
Like,
another movie. So
again,
movie we
I
didn't ask
asked.
for.
No, he's not in it.
I asked again. Okay, only reason I say that because
They're not doing
Hollywood
no
is trying to use
de-aging.
AI.
Yeah, they're not
Right?
doing that.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Did you watch
It's
the
a-
last one?
No.
I
Came to
feel
my
like I
theater a
did,
long
but I
time
think I
ago.
just forgot about it.
It's not. It was okay. It wasn't great.
This is part of the canon though, so they say it's supposed to match up with all the other movies, but we'll see.
Whatever.
The guy who did the Michael Jackson documentary, HBO removed that documentary from HBO.
Why?
He doesn't know. They don't know. But the director that's kind of mad about it.
Yeah, well, they can put up and take down whatever they want. It is there.
Yeah, it's their stuff. Yeah. Anthony Mackie's got a movie coming out. Desert Warrior or something like that. Yeah. It should be. It looks pretty good.
Did you see the one that was on? I think it was Apple TV, where it's like there's a race of aliens and they die at a certain altitude. but it's like a survivor
Mhm.
movie with him and this other woman that are trying to get to. I can't even remember whatever it is, but like at one point they have to go through this underground tunnel, of course, because
back.
whatever. But then once they get above the altitude, the things die.
One more.
So they stop chasing them type
A
thing.
couple more. So, A24 built a 30,000 square feet of back rooms so Kane Parsons could bring his strange world to life. I know Phil probably knows about the video game, The Back Rooms, and it gets wild and on that video game.
Oh, there's a game called Backrooms.
Back Rooms, yeah.
Is that what this is
Not-
based off of?
A lot of Twitch streamers stream that game, and it's wild. It is a psychological horror video game.
I don't know. I could never play those games nowadays. I was scared to play Friday the 13th on Nintendo.
I am too.
I was like, why am I playing this game? It scared the hell out of
Right.
me.
Like so like a new Resident Evil.
Oh, never. I could never handle that. Never.
I enjoy watching other people play it, but
Like people were
Having
showing
that
me the
controller in
Five
my
Nights
hand.
at Freddy's and all that other stuff.
No.
The creepy,
no.
Played
the
that
creepy
one.
ones are like when it's real dark and they're going through, right? And then they turn around and then there's this face like in the shadows.
Yep.
And when you put the light on it, it's like, "Meh." It's like this big monster baby with a huge adult face or something. Like, what the
Those
heck?
ones don't bother me as much. I don't like them. It's the ones where you're walking down, you're playing the game, you're walking down like a dark hallway, and the game plays sound effects where something's behind you. And
yeah,
you turn around and it's not there.
right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm done playing that. So thanks, though.
I am
There was,
excited for this. The new John Wick spinoff. They're spinning off with what's his face's character, the blind guy.
How did the
Oh, is
other
that right?
Yeah,
how did the other spinoff
Is it a movie or is it
ballerina
a-
do?
it's a movie. The ballerina didn't do so well.
Ballerina was
Okay.
good. I don't care what anybody
Yeah,
says. It was
I gotta watch it. It didn't do box office wise, but
It-
this one was the one I was looking forward to.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It does an interesting thing without giving too much away, where it crowbars in John Wick, and then you kind of have to figure out or think about where he actually would be at the time. Because like you see him at the beginning where she's like training or whatever you see, and you know when that is, but then he shows up again later in the movie, and I'm trying to be vague so you can watch without whatever, and you kind of have to go, well, when did this happen? Because if the other movies are going on, where would he have been able to? Yeah, it's
Mhm.
but it works.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen is actually writing and directing the movie.
Okay,
So
That'd be good then.
yeah.
that's weird though, because all the other ones were directed by the same guy, so I'm wondering if it'll still have the same feel to it.
Yeah,
The same vibes.
yeah.
Well, just
But-
it'll look the same type thing.
They did have the credit. Remember the end credit scene of the last John Wick movie was his character.
Right.
So it would be interesting. I don't think John Wick's dead, but you know, it is what it is.
I don't.
He didn't show a body. That's all I gotta say.
I'll give you that, but the way that it was written, it makes sense. I don't know. Like
It could go. It could go either way you wanted it.
right. Like, and if you give me a reasonable enough, not excuse, that's not the word I'm looking for, but a reasonable enough story to make it that this is what happened and you didn't know, I'll buy it.
It like
I'm
has
gonna
to be.
probably
It
buy
has to be
anyways, but
something that goes so terribly wrong that it goes. I know somebody, and they go, and he's like off in some other land, like just
Yeah.
relaxing, and they're like, "We thought you were dead," and like, "That's what I thought. That's what I
I'm
wanted
with-
everybody to think I was dead, but I wasn't."
I'm with Sam on this one. No body, no death.
Yeah.
As long as they don't do a Dexter, I'm good.
Yeah,
That
true.
pissed me off no end. You have no idea. I'm gonna watch the new season. Don't get me wrong. But at the end, at the very end, like it would have made more sense if he had just slipped in the water with the sister.
Yes.
I'm like, that's
Yes.
the perfect ending to that story. It's not a happy ending, but it's satisfying. Don't put him up in the woods. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, is that the worst ending of a show? Would Sopranos be up there or Game of
No,
Thrones?
I see Sopranos. I think I'm okay with because you can kind of it's one of those it's a talked about thing where you can decide what you think the ending is, much like John Wick.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think, oh, well, he did get killed because at one point in one of the seasons, or might even been that last season, they're talking about death, and they're like, well, what do you think it's like? And they're like, well, if everything probably goes black and you don't hear anything, which is literally what happens at the end of the season.
Right.
So read into it what you want, but who knows?
All right. That's nothing too much big on that. Let's I'm gonna do some announcements and then we'll spin for our next talk and then get into the movie of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Young at Heart Foundation is a great organization run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for patients out there awaiting medical procedures. Two ways that you can help this organization. One, you can go to youngatheartfoundation.com, scroll down till you see this green register to become a donor button for Donate at Life America, because more than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering as an organ donor today. Second way to help is to sponsor a Hope Kit that's 100% tax deductible. They'll take all the funds together and create great gift boxes for the patients. If you have another way you want to help Mike and the organization, give them a call at 323-396-9998. That's 323-396-9998, or email them at info@youngatheartfoundation.com. Next up, oh, it's going to show a private chat. No, it's not. Alternatives. This is our home away from home, ladies and gentlemen. It's located in Hyde Park, New York, 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. And it's owned by our good friend Anthony. And Anthony has a great special for you guys out there that are looking to get your comics every week. You're having trouble doing so. You're in the comic wasteland. You're in the comic desert. Anthony's going to solve all your problems. I'll give you the information in a minute. You're going to give him your pull list. You are going to, well, after you give it your pull list, he's going to bag and board all your books at no extra cost. He's going to take 10% off the order and then ship it out to you. If that's something that you want to do, give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234. That's 845-233-4234. Or email him at alternatives2@aol.com and let him know the council sent you. They have comics, cards, and toys. They also do card tournaments every weekend, Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic. Get in touch with Anthony. They had a great PokeCon 2 a couple weeks ago, and he's already planning the next PokeCon 3 for some time in the summer. So we'll keep you updated on that.
And this weekend is free comic book day.
This weekend is free comic book day. But that's at every shop, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're around at any shop, go there, shop in your area, and go get some free comic books for you and the kiddies.
But he makes it into an event. So I will be there. Christian St. Pierre will be there. Paul Abrams, who does a lot of sculpting, whatever, and you can look him up. And there's another artist, I can't remember who it is, will also be there.
Okay.
Also, I want to make sure I make this clear. Even though it's free comic book day, still go support your local LCS.
Yes.
Some LCS will have a deal, great deals going on. Make sure you purchase something. Support your LCS. Just going there just for the free books. Support the LCS. They're doing something because they have to pay for those free comic books.
The books are not free for them.
Buy a couple comic books, buy some toys, buy some Pokemon cards, buy something out of your LCS and support them. We're also part of this great, wonderful Sunday lineup. It started this morning at 10 a.m. Cliff on Comics. He had indies and comeback collectors. So go check the rewatch on that. At 10:45 was Comic Book Church from Bleecker Street Comics. Go check the rewatch on that. At 4:30 was still only 35 cents buying and selling on Heritage. Go check the rewatch on that. Of course, we're in the middle of our 5 p.m. film and box office news that you're enjoying currently. Then at 6 p.m., it's Heroes for Hire Comic Club Super Show Extravaganza at 6 p.m. Then at 7 p.m. is I Have Comic Issues with Comic Channel Origins with John's Comic with Friends. This is pre-recorded. Then I believe it's at, well, there's no time because it's whenever Mark feels like it, supposedly.
No!
It's Legion of Comics at week's end. Make sure you check that out. And at 9 p.m., it's the weekly comic wrap-up. It's Black Crown Comics featuring, I don't know, somebody. So make sure you check that out as well. All right, Phil, let's put up that hashtag. Spin for that second one, and then we'll get into our big part of the show. We are doing our giveaway tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
One pie. We got 5 entries.
All right, you lucky 5.
Yep. 10,
Rest,
9,
you have 10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw.
Round and round it goes. Who's going to be in the subscriber giveaway tomorrow? Who is it going to be? It's couching and slouching with seats of the bizzle. Seats of the bizzle.
I just got in.
Who are you giving that duck to?
Just got in with 1 ply. I'm going to let's comic tropes.
Comic troops. You're in there. Let's put up that final hashtag of the night.
Glue sniffers beware.
Who hashtag was that?
It's gotta be green shirt guys.
No, it is.
Let's put that banner down. All right, it is at the bottom. We'll spin for that at the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. And it's time for our weekly movie. It's my last movie in the 1994 trilogy, ladies and gentlemen. And I have chosen. Oh, not that one. I got it. No, not that one. Where is it? Oh my goodness. All right. No, I got it. There it is. CROOKLYN. CROOKLYN. It's a 1994 movie directed by Spike Lee. Writers Joey Lee, Spike Lee, Cinquay Lee. Stars Alfred Woodward, Delroy Lindo, and David Patrick Kelly. It's Spike Lee's vibrant, semi-autobiographical portrait of a school teacher, her stubborn jazz musician husband, bum, and their 5 kids living in Brooklyn in 1973. Sorry, I had to put that little in there, but he was getting me real tight in this movie.
So I got a question for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
What made you choose CROOKLYN?
Because I just wanted a different variety of films throughout the trilogy.
I was I'm glad you chose CROOKLYN because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was
That's my first time in 20
there was like
years,
a big
so.
one from 1994 that I was like, all right, that would be a really good one, and I'd seen that movie a bunch of times. So I was like, all right, this one I hadn't seen.
Yeah, this one. I mean, it captures a late 70s, early 80s picture of a neighborhood in New York. And the things that and just like when I'm watching with Kamaria, just the beginning of it, where they're showing like kids playing on the sidewalk, playing like stickball, playing baseball, but with the dice and the card game.
Baseball.
Yeah, and just I was like, babe, this is like a whole different world. Like this doesn't happen anymore. Like there's no phones, none of that. The kids are outside playing. Like there were even base heads, glue heads in the street. Yeah. But the kids could still play outside.
Correct.
Without fear of gunshots going off and all that other stuff.
And the one guy is singing on the stoop.
Yeah. And it had this drama, like the guy's house smelled next door. And I felt bad for him a couple times because they kept throwing garbage on his thing.
Right.
And he's getting upset. Like, wait a minute, the kids is the one throwing the garbage over there. Like,
well, that's the thing too, is like he's not blameless in a little bit, but like they're not also being nice to him.
Right.
Like, he's not perfect by any means, like, but at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a lot about this movie. They go on both ways.
When Troy's playing stickball with the brother, he's like, see, you can't hit nothing, and then she hits that bomb.
And then she whacks it, yeah.
That's pretty good. It, like, honestly, it did remind me of like, my neighborhood, like growing up. Like,
really?
All the outside. Oh yeah, like it was a lot of I grew up in like Poughkeepsie on Smith Street, so It was a lot of like,
Wow, Phil's a Smith Streeter, huh?
yeah. So there's a lot of like, chalk games like hopscotches and stuff like that. A lot of like outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Like this had some old, like they did have like some older like chalk games like that, like with the bottle cap and stuff.
Yeah.
There was always like the double dutch where they had like the girls doing the double dutch in the beginning, like that. That was big.
Yep. Couple of things in the movie. I got so mad at the dad, man. I said, "You're a bum." In my opinion, I was like, "You're a bum." Like the wife is working, and she's putting money in there, and all you want to do is do your music. Why can't people help me with my music?
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are you? I'm sorry, but that's just the mentality of me. Like, I've seen too many times where kids have gone without because their parents were selfish and didn't want to sacrifice to help them get a little further. They do stuff like this, like, I got to work on my music. And I was just like, come on, bro. You having your wife pay for everything? And you
I mean, I'm back and forth with him because I certainly had problems with him. But I mean, you remember the conversation? He's like, well, remember all the things I did so you could go to school and get that degree. And so maybe now it's my time. At the same time, you still have to provide yourself. I will say this. He's not a great husband necessarily, but you can't dispute that he's a good father.
No, I don't dispute that. I just dispute the fact that he could have done more.
I don't disagree.
He could have.
My thing is, this was an old movie because it's when the Knicks were actually a very good team.
Yeah,
I was putting this was they never really tell like where this movie was in time until like Sam said it today, and my guess was like 72, 73.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it has to be later than that because.
Well, the Knicks championship. Remember, it's like the Knicks of the world champions.
That was 77. That's the last time they won.
Did they win before that?
I think they've only won
one. It was the only one. When
was Walt Frazier?
Didn't Willis Reed played on that same team? I think, right? Didn't they play together?
Let me see.
I think so.
Knicks.
See, this is why we need our sports show.
The kid goes to the game.
They won. Okay, they won in 70 and 73.
So 73 would have been.
It has to be 73.
73. All right.
It has to be 73. Yeah.
Yeah.
What threw me though? Remember when he comes home from the game, and he says the Knicks won, and walks away?
Because his dad was supposed to go with him.
Oh,
but his dad had the concert.
His dad had the concert. I just missed. I couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah. That actually kind of made me sad, like because his dad, like it was just like the mom said, like nobody came to his concert.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody came to his concert. Oh man!
Now
what about
that makes more sense.
What about the bodega?
The bodega is classic.
Because I have been into that store, man.
Yeah, that bodega is. As far as the Spanish guy dancing with RuPaul and stuff like that, I didn't see that too many times.
Yeah, that was a little bit over the top.
Are you sure?
The wrong bodega.
But the kids,
or did you block it out?
Maybe.
Wait,
but
what happened to
maybe. But the kids stealing from the bodega,
right.
The little, it's cheap to get candy and gum and all that.
Yeah, she took a change and she went to the list of all the candies that she wanted.
Yeah.
And
then he stole remember she stole his buffalo
nickels.
And I was like,
kids were a little bit like ruthless to each
them.
other, and that was like something I thought was like very accurate for like a family too.
Yeah,
but they're a little bit ruthless. But
what was she gonna do with the tickets? That's what I was.
She just took him to be mean to him.
Yeah,
and that's what I told Kamari too. I said this girl's a little mean little girl. Like I guess she's growing up with all boys, but she's doing some foul stuff too.
She never picks on the little one though, the one that's younger than her.
No. Well, no. I mean,
the youngest one.
It comes close. Only thing that comes close is when she was just taking too long in the bathroom.
Yeah, but I mean, who amongst us hasn't done that?
I haven't. I just went outside if I couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
That's the best part of being a boy.
Yeah.
The whole world is
Okay,
our bathroom.
Here's the part that made me laugh. Is when the aunt had to open the sofa bed and the dog went flying out.
Oh, actually, like
Yeah.
2 seconds
I
before
know,
it happened,
dude,
I was
but
like,
that
I
shit
know
made me
that
laugh.
dog's about to fly out that couch.
Because I'm sitting there going, wow, because I've seen this movie before. I'm like, man, what happened to that dog? Oh, and then she started. I'm like, oh, that's right. So I was just waiting for it. Because in my head, I'm like, did she do
So
something to
I
that dog?
actually, and it was like an artistic decision. I get everything he did, and I hated that whole section of the way it was filmed. I just like
What the ratio, the aspect ratio, right?
basically, yeah.
Yes. I was like,
it
babe, did the
and it was
TV
fun,
just
too.
change real quick? Like,
I thought like at first like something like something that like he did like like I at first I thought like I sat on the remote and did something to my TV like
that's what I thought
did too.
too.
and so what like the effect because when she goes down south is basically like projectors at a theater have like two lenses, a scope lens and a flat lens. CROOKLYN was a flat movie. So what he did was he filmed that whole section in the down south in scope, and it projects through the flat lens, giving it that really weird look. Because it's like it's the show, like this is all foreign to her. She's grown up
Right.
in Brooklyn, not like down here in the south. Like,
Yeah. It
But,
might have
like-
looked different in the theater. It might have looked different in the theater.
I
It
think
just
it
looked
looked-
weird on this.
I think it was just like an artistic decision. It did look weird. For me, it was just like, oh man, like one of the things we learned in like Laserdisc is to get your aspect ratio right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So,
did
like
love
when I saw that happen, I was like, no, why would you do this?
But this is also was made in the 90s. So a different, not too much of a different era, but a little bit of different era when it comes to movies.
I did love how the uncle
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
It was made.
The uncle the whole time she's down there is just like going along to get along. He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're both wrong. This is the easiest path.
That aunt is.
She
that
wants
aunt.
to go home. Yeah, she can go home.
She can go home if she wants to. What else? Alfre Woodward, she did an amazing job as a mother
She was good.
in this movie.
I would say the two main stars of this movies are the most underrated African American actors and actresses in the history of film. Alfre Woodward and old dude.
Delroy Lindo.
He's
Yeah.
great in this, but I've seen him in some other stuff. I'm like, you could have been better.
But like when they talk about African American actors, they always say, Denzel, Morgan Freeman, now Jamie Foxx. They're not.
I would say
really bring up Delroy.
And I know he's heralded or whatever, but like I don't think, for me at least, Samuel L. Jackson gets quite the flowers he deserves. Because name a movie that you don't watch, like, well, at least Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
Yeah,
I have. I mean,
what?
Samuel Jackson gets a ton of flowers, especially after.
What I'm saying, but like, name a movie where you're like, this movie's terrible, but well, at least Samuel L. Jackson's in it. I'll watch it for him.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, he's great in that though.
He's
great.
a terrible movie, but
That's an excellent movie.
I don't know. I like.
I don't know if it was a terrible movie, but it's different.
Like a 10 out of 10 right there.
I thought like one of the wildest parts of this movie was when she was dreaming, like she had the fever dream.
Yeah.
And they were like putting the glue to her, and she was sniffing it, and all. I was like, yeah, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I like the little Spike Lee things where it's like still camera, but you can tell that somebody's pushing them on the thing. Or when they were high, they were upside down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And floating down the street.
Yeah. So I like the little aspects of that. That was really sad when the mom died.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't really get into it. They just, it's in a talking line. Like they say, we got to dress up for mom's funeral.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was pretty sad. I thought the ending, I thought he didn't put enough in the ending.
I think he lost a little bit too on that.
Yeah.
But maybe he wanted it to be ambiguous because she has cancer, right? And we know she has cancer, and he says that. But I get the feeling that the dad kind of knew and just wasn't telling them initially how much he knew. Like she probably wasn't gonna make it, but I'm not gonna tell the kids just yet.
Yeah.
The soundtrack though, from front to back, hits the whole time, and I'm singing along with the movie. Like, oh, I love this song. Oh, I love this song. I love this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soundtrack was good.
And it worked with what was going on in the scene just about every single time.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into golden ticket time, ladies and gentlemen. Green shirt guy's gonna ask us some. Oh no, what happened, green shirt guy? There it is.
Okay, there I am. I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick for. Were you gonna kick me out now?
No. Green shirt guy's gonna ask some questions out there, audience, and if you guys get it right out there, you'll get a golden ticket. Go ahead, green shirt guy.
All right, I'll let you pick first. Your choices are games, entertainment, celebrations, and mourning. Not mourning like the sun came up, but mourning like someone died.
Let's do entertainment.
Entertainment. What were they watching on the TV when it wasn't supposed to be on?
Okay. What were they watching on TV?
I think I know.
TV.
I think I do too. I could be wrong, though.
Cracked me up.
Suppose.
Like, there's certain parts of this movie, like I could see like Spike Lee's family doing that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of them. Is watching.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you guys a.
There's a couple things in this movie like that's 100% happened to him. He just
Wasn't
made
supposed
it
to be on.
theatrical.
I'm going to give you guys out there 20 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. This is for you guys out there in the chat. 13, 12. You'll get a golden ticket if you get it right. And that golden ticket's good for any subscriber giveaway. Tasty burger. No. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. What do we got, green sugar?
The answer, right? You want to guess?
I thought it was the Partridge Family.
It is
The Partridge Family, yeah.
It is the
And like they were, and I love like they were all singing along to the song, and they
And that
yelled
song,
at,
I love
like,
that song. That song
They
is
turned
dope,
it
too.
down, and they're all singing quietly.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
All right, next question.
Who wants to pick? Sebos or Phil?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. So your choices are games, celebrations, and again, mourning. Like you're sad, not mourning like the sun came up.
Let's go game.
Like games. How many spaces were on the hopscotch board in the opening? And for the chat, Big Kahuna Burger.
How many spaces were on the hopscotch board in the opening?
These questions.
20 more seconds. 20, 19,
They're spread out.
18, 12 Space Case Collectibles.
Not 12.
I was paying attention to the squares.
4
on the
Space Case
hotspot.
Collectibles.
No, it's more than 4.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2,400.
No.
3, 2, 1. Joe says 10.
The answer is 10.
Joe at the last second getting in there. Good job, Joe.
You had to type it in Google.
Yeah. Maybe.
All right, last
so
question.
Phil, celebrations or mourning like, someone's sad?
Let's go with celebrations.
All right. What did Clem get hives or not from?
What did Clem get hives or not from?
I think I remember now. I had to think about it.
It's 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Huh? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. What is
Anybody
it?
wanna
here?
guess?
I think it was chocolate cake.
It was chocolate cake. Remember they were
Oh, I
arguing?
got two of this.
You
Go
got
to the
highs.
ticket
I
question.
didn't get highs. You got highs.
Nice. You got any bonus ones?
I have one last. Yeah, I have one. So morning. What color shirt did the youngest one wear to the funeral?
Green. No. The youngest one. Yellow.
It
Right?
was yellow, bright yellow.
Yeah. It feels like they're making fun of me.
Yep.
That was pretty fun. All right. It's time to get into the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. I got Cliff's number. Cliff is giving this one an 8. So I'll go to Phil. You're next.
All right, this was originally gonna be a 9 until like the aspect ratio thing. happened.
Killed it, huh?
And so you know what? And I dropped it down to an 8 right there, and then I gave it like the 0.5 because the soundtrack really does bang in this. So 8.5.
8.5. All right. C to the Bizzle.
So the 90s is where Spike Lee peaked in his
Agree.
pictorial debut, and he kind of, I didn't say he dropped off from the 90s, but you could tell it was going down after the 90s. Like, most of his biggest hits were the 90s.
Too many Knicks games.
Right.
Call it though. The last one, Black Klansman, was pretty excellent.
It was okay.
It was
Yeah,
good.
but
I thought it could have been better.
if you go back and look at his filmography and look at the 90s, it was hit after hit after hit for Spike Lee. And now they're far in between. But I really enjoyed this film. I really enjoyed this film a lot. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of memory, because I lost my mom back in 2009, so I know what the loss of a mother feels like. And I mean, it's just all around great film, and I will also give it a solid 8.5.
All right. Green Trigger.
I liked the movie, and I remember loving it way back when. The first time I saw it, I like large parts of it. The opening's pretty good. It gets a little disjointed for about 20 to 25 minutes in there, where I'm just going, what is this story? What is this about? Because it just kind of bounces around, and then it kind of hits a stride from about, maybe 40 minutes on to the end. A little bit before, maybe like 10 to 15. I'm trying to think exactly, but it's a little bit before she goes down south. A little before that, where it really starts to the movie starts to make sense again to me. It seemed a little like, I gotta hit this, I gotta make sure I show this. It just didn't work. So for me, it lost a little bit for that. The aspect ratio was annoying, but that didn't kill me, because I think it still was a very, very good looking movie. Definitely unique. Definitely a Spike Lee, Spike Lee joint makes sense because it looks like a Spike Lee movie. Soundtrack's phenomenal, so that's why I'm going to give it the points I'm giving it. So I'm going to give it like an 8.
An 8. All right. I am also going to give this movie an 8. It just brought up a lot of memories, like Phil said, like you remember in your neighborhood doing all these things, and you had to figure out how to have fun without electronics and all that stuff. And it just showed a neighborhood, kind of like as a community a little bit, because everybody knew everybody, even though some people, like, it showed that they had like issues with each other, but they still cared about each other. Like, even amongst like the friends and all that, they would get on each other real hard, but then they go start playing hopscotch together or double dutch together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like, I don't even want you on my porch. Let's go play jump
How about
rope.
she spilled that hot water on everybody?
Yeah, well, on him, on the kid. She was
Right.
tired of him. Yeah, how it didn't land on everybody else, I don't know. But
I also love the mother where she says, you're growing with 5 brothers who beat you up all the time. You're gonna let a girl named Peanut beat you up? You gotta go back to the floor and smack you myself. I was like, yeah, that's about right.
yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I'm also gonna give it to 8. That gives it an average of an 8.2, 1.1 above the IMDb, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome.
So yeah, let us know in the comment section what you guys think about that. That's my 1994 trilogy. Hope you enjoyed it. We did Interview with the Vampire. We did Forrest Gump and closed it out with Crooklyn. Next up,
Here we go.
Phil.
Going all the way back to the 70s, man.
Here we
Going
go.
back to the
I blame
70s.
Clip on this.
Phil
All
has
the way back.
Pretty much.
1978. It's a birth year for a lot of us.
Me.
So it means a lot. So Phil's first movie for his 1978 trilogy is Superman.
What a great movie! I'm gonna hold my tongue till next week. I watched this about a month and a half ago again.
Superman the movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Could have been like everybody's first comic book movie right here.
It's like true comic book movie. You know what I mean?
Like going to the theater or
Yeah, well,
mine wasn't.
the other superhero movies were more like what? Like the Batman and Joker.
Yeah,
like the
that's
TV
the
show
1989 Batman
Yeah.
was the first time I
This
went to
might be the
movie
first comic book movie. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think.
Like big budget movie.
theater.
In like theatrical movie.
Yeah, first big budget movie. This because remember what the catchphrase was? You will believe a man can fly,
Yes.
and you did. You really did. All right, so that's gonna be next week. Make sure you watch Superman, the original Superman, ladies and gentlemen, not the 2020 five.
Oh no, this is the original.
the original Superman.
70s.
And we'll talk about that next week on episode 185. Then tomorrow night, we got episode 191 of New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week. We're also giving away our monthly giveaway, subscriber and membership giveaway. So you make sure you want to tune in tomorrow. We'll give you a couple more chances to win ducks before we do that giveaway and do the duck races tomorrow night. That's 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. Also, we have Batman Wonder Woman coming out, new series. We got Pharaoh continuing its strong run. White Sky, surprisingly, really good on issue number 3. So we're going to check that out. And the last of the silent missions for G.I. Joe, the Cobra side, Firefly, also coming out. And tons of other books. We'll go over all the keys and so forth. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. Then on Wednesday, it's episode 50 of the Council of Comics Live, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 50. We're doing it at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday. We'll put the link in the chat. You guys can come join us. As long as you put your camera on, you don't get too spicy. You can come have fun with trivia. We'll go over FOC. We'll do shakers and give you chances to win ducks in the next monthly giveaway. All right. That's on Wednesday, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. Also, we got on the channel released yesterday was Comic Book Pickups, episode number 97. See, Bizzle, were you right? Did you see it?
I ain't check it out, but I know it's the controversial comic with the young lady who's a lady of the night and a superhero.
Yes, indeed. So you want to know what it is? Go check out that video. Go check that out. It's on the channel right now. Hit the like button, hit notifications for other videos. The Pokemon unboxing is also up. Go check that out. Not too many of these Pokemon. Not too many of them coming out. We're nearing the end on the Pokemon.
Just
thing,
look
so
at Joey's
enjoy
face, and you know this video probably didn't go that well.
It's fun though. It's fun. Check it out. Also up is New Comic Book Day episode 166. We go over the new books that me and Joey got, and we also have side convos from Josh and Benny and everybody else in the shop. So it's real fun. Go check that out. And Forrest Gump, Faces is one of the cinema's worst villains, is still up there. Go check that film review out as well. All right, let's spin for our last duck, Phil, and get these guys out of here.
All right, we got 9 entries this time. So glue sniffers beware gets 9 entries.
All right.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw.
Who's going to get the last duck of the night, ladies and gentlemen? The big giveaway is tomorrow. Who's going to win these wonderful, wonderful books? Nerdy Geek. You're in there, Nerdy Geek Comics. Congratulations. All right. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. Next time we go live is tomorrow night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. We are giving away our subscriber and our membership giveaway tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. If you don't have a duck, we'll give you more chances to win ducks as well. Or you can just go become a member, pick a tier, and get ducks automatically for the subscriber and the membership as well. All right. So for myself, for Phil, for Green Shirt Guy, for C Bizzle, and the rest of the Council of Comics, we love you. God bless you. Be safe out there. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
The brightest day. Where are the heroes?